All right. Good afternoon to all our attendees. Welcome to today's webinar titled AI at Scale Blueprint for Cloud Innovation in Manufacturing, presented by Information Security Media Group in partnership with Sify Technologies. I am Prajit Nair, Senior Associate Editor for APAC with ISMG, and I'll be your moderator for today's session. Again, thank you everyone for making time on a Wednesday afternoon to spend an hour with us for education and insights. Before we begin, we encourage you to submit your questions in the Q&A box throughout the event. We will address as many as possible during the live discussion. Do stay with us until the end as we will be wrapping up with practical takeaways from our speakers. I'll quickly go over the flow for the session. Sify, as the sponsor, will share insight on this topic to get us started, and we'll follow up that with a panel discussion and then a Q&A session. You can also ask your questions in the chat box. To set the stage, let me introduce our keynote speaker from Sify, who will walk us through how AI-ready cloud platforms, edge integration, and managed services are helping manufacturing, retail, and distribution enterprises scale innovation while managing cost and sustainability. But before I introduce them, here's a quick poll. These polls will pop up during the course of the webinar, and I request that you answer as honestly as possible, since that will key in guiding the discussion today. Let's work through the first one right now to understand where the audience is in their journey. Sukta, yeah, the poll is right here already. Where is your organization in its AI adoption journey? Just exploring use cases, piloting AI models, scaling in production, already running large-scale AI workloads, not started yet. We can have 10 seconds and we'll close this poll. Please vote as many people as you can. This will help us shape the conversation we are having today. So, do we have more votes coming in?
Yes, just probably another 10 seconds. We can wait.
Sure, sure. All right, let's get the answers. Just exploring use cases over 35%, piloting AI models over 28%, 14% scaling in production, 5% already running large-scale AI workloads, interesting, and not started yet, 18%. All right, with that, I will introduce our keynote speaker today. Please join me, welcome Pushpendra Kumar, Regional Business Head, Cloud and IT Managed Service, Sify Technologies Limited, and Pramod Bhandibad, Head, AI and Software Development at Sify Technologies Limited. Pushpendra, I'll hand over to you now.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Prajit.
Yes. Sure. Pushpendra, just wanted to and promote your views on that first poll we did. What do you think about it? If there's any takeaway for it, pretty interesting responses from the audience.
Yeah, Prajit, and so this is how industry is also trending, right? It is not only the poll among all 80, 90 customers or the CXOs which are there on the meeting. This is what our experience is as well, right? This is where the industry is also going. So most of the customers are evaluating always, so when it is all about so there'll be some organization which will be the trendsetter. There'll be some organization which will be following the trendsetters, and then some organization which only get into the things when the things are tested and proven right. So this is the percentage which was reflecting in the poll is absolutely in line with the industry standards, and the industry goes in the direction. Pramod, quickly your view.
No, I agree. I think this just reflects accurately on what we've been hearing as well.
Fantastic. Pushpendra, you can begin with your presentation. I'll hand over to you.
Absolutely. So I'm just sharing my screen and let me know once it is visible to you all.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you. So see, AI is a new buzzword today in the market, in the industry. Every leader is talking about AI, most of the customers, and it was reflecting in the poll as well. people would want to infuse AI in whatever, the application landscape is, or the infrastructure or platform service landscape is. And it started with organization like us. So whatever operations that we are managing for some of the large customer, PSU government, we have, started using AI for optimization and a lot of other things that we are into. So this is going to be an interactive session on, around AI use cases, blueprints, and the cloud around, all the application landscape and the requirement which is running currently in the market or in the industry. So to begin with, so it's been more than 25 years we are into the data center industry, the cloud industry and all. Based on our experience, having conversation with a lot of CIOs, CXOs, customers like specifically for the manufacturing industry, we were trying to understand what all are the priorities today, and some of the priorities we have captured here. So manufacturing industry, the priority of that particular industry is operational efficiency, quality control, innovation acceleration. Most of the customer, not most of the customer, almost all the customer would want to protect their IP. So that's another priority that most of the CIOs, CXOs of the manufacturing industries are coming up with. The plant modernization. Compliance is the topmost priority, not only for the manufacturing industry, but for all the industries across, in the market. Supply chain optimization, and obviously the green manufacturing. So these are the priorities we understood, the topmost priorities of all the CXOs, CIOs, or IT heads around this manufacturing industry. On top of it, and it's not today that customers are using cloud and what is their journey, how they start and all that. 10 years back, when people started migrating the workload from on-premises to cloud, and they've started adopting cloud, for that matter, they were facing some challenges. And the way market evolves, the new technology comes, we also, keep on adding feature functionalities, platform services, we upskill ourselves as well. And the challenges that customers were facing at that point in time, it was, should we go ahead with a pay-as-you-go model? Should we go ahead with reserve instances kind of a model? Or should we, start working on IaaS kind of an environment? Or we should pick platform or SaaS? It should be on public cloud or on private cloud. And that's where we used to, go with a consultative approach, understand the requirement, and, give suggestion to the customer as to what model, has to be chosen or adopted. Visibility and transparency. Cost control was one area. This is, it was always there, and it is still, there, whether the stage wherein the customer is already in cloud or would want to go ahead and modernize the things for them. The second stage is journey in cloud. So most of the customers, they have started picking the clouds, vertical clouds, some workload on hyperscaler, some workload on AI, some workload on, on-premises, or some kind of private cloud setup. And the challenges that they were facing, that billing shocks, controlling or managing all the environment put together. Governance was another problem. Security was always a problem. Lack of zero trust architecture, data protection, intelligence around threat. So these were the challenges that customers were facing, in recent past, even today as well. At the same time, if I talk about the futuristic solutions, the modernization, AI adoption, all these things, the customers are, again facing the challenges like AI deployment, automation, microservices. Cost control is the common area across all the stages which is there. Based on this experience, having conversation with customers, meeting customers, understanding requirement, providing them the solutions, what we have done, we have created solution in the backend, right? Which can fulfill the requirement, which can solve customers' problem, and not only the customer problem, in some cases, customers and customer problem as well, something that we would want to take care of. So if I talk about, so I'll take a just step back and would want to, quickly discuss the investment that we have done, around all the data center network and the services portfolio. So we started our operations in 95. We were a retail broadband provider at that one time. From 2000, we have started investing in the B2B segment. And that's where we have started building our own data center. In 2000, we have built our first data center in Mumbai. And today, there are 14 data centers in India in 6 metro cities, which includes the Delhi NCR, which is in Noida, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, all these cities, we have multiple data centers. So that's one investment. The important part of the data center or the cloud services, or you can say the backbone, which is the network service. And that's what our core business is, right? So, and that is how we have invested hugely into this. We are the only provider in India who has 3 cable landing stations: Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. The capacity of these cables which are coming undersea is equal to put together the capacity of all the other providers. So this is kind of investment that we have done. The next step that we took, now customers are also talking about edge workload, edge environment, edge data centers, and that's how we have started investing in edge locations as well. So recently we have launched Chandigarh, we are coming up with Lucknow, and after that, by the end of this financial year, probably we will be coming up with 13, 14 more edge data centers in all the tier 2 cities, which includes Jaipur, Nagpur, Visakhapatnam, Raipur, Vijayawada, Patna, so and so forth. So all the tier 2 cities we are going to build the edge data center, which will be connected with each other. So the network is backbone. We do have low latency, high capacity network, which is established already. And this is how we are going to invest into it. So this is about the network and the data center facilities that we are coming up with. We are also the first data center provider in India who's NVIDIA DGX certified for air cooling systems and as well as the air cooled systems as well. The capacity, if I talk about, if it's a DGX kind of a system, then the capacity that we can provide is approximately 130 kilowatt per rack. And if I talk about the air cooled system, it will be around 45 to 50 kilowatt per rack is something that we can provide. The another good part is that we are partnered with all the hyperscalers. The data center that we have built, we have gained the confidence and the trust from these hyperscalers at the same time, wherein they have also created their nodes or they have hosted their workloads out of our data center. So this it gives a confidence to our customers as well that the facility that we have built is absolutely hyperscaler ready, and futuristic solution is something that we are coming up with. So this is our investment around the data centers network. We also build a lot of platform services, infrastructure services, and the other offerings that we have. I'll quickly cover the cloud platform and the AI platform that we have invested into, and what is the uniqueness that we are bringing for our customers. So it starts with the backbone, again, the network infrastructure, wherein we provide internet lease line, fiber internet lease line. We provide MPLS kind of connectivity on fiber. We provide point-to-point connectivity, which is secure. We also provide SD-WAN offering, secured SD-WAN, global cloud connect, wherein customers can connect or take the connectivity from us for the hyperscalers as well. So this is the first layer. The second layer on top of the network is the infrastructure layer. Most of the customers today, or even last 4 or 5 years, they have stopped talking about the generic cloud offerings that people are coming up with. They've started talking about the vertical cloud. They would want to understand what is in it for them, how we can solve their problem particularly, rather than offering them whatever automation or the new edge feature functionality. And that is how we have started building new vertical clouds or creating new vertical clouds. And we have started with the GCC, which is Government Community Cloud, to host all the government workload. And it's a separate cloud, which is MITI, mPanel, STQC audited. And that's where we are working closely with the central and state government ministries and the PSUs, and we are hosting their workloads there. The second important, and which is relevant to the manufacturing sector as well, That's the SAP HANA grade. And I was just seeing that there's a question or there's a point around SAP in the chat box. So just wanted to quickly communicate that this grid that we have created was audited by SAP, and they have certified it as well. So we understand that SAP is completely RAM hungry application, wherein we would want to create an infrastructure which is the right fit for that workload. And generally how we provide the solution to the customer, we put the workload of the application layer on our multi-tenant environment and put the HANA database workload on the SAP HANA grid. So that's one vertical cloud. Another vertical cloud that we have created is the financial offering for the BFSI customer. So today, all the BFSI segment customer would want to put the workload on a dedicated environment, and that's how we create it for them as per the SEBI and RBI guidelines. So that's another offering that we have. So this is the infrastructure layer. Specifically, the infra that we offer, we have majorly three offerings. One is we call it VPI, which is nothing but a public cloud offering that we have on PG and DRI model, which is almost similar to the hyperscaler. And the second offering around this is the private cloud solution that we provide to the customer, which we call VPE, which is virtual private enterprise grade, wherein we procure hardware, software on behalf of customer, create a dedicated private cloud which has all the feature and functionality of cloud, and give it to the customer as a service, bundled with our professional and managed services. The third is most of the manufacturing customers and the other verticals would want to put the workload on bare metal without any hypervisor. A dedicated box is something that they would want to use. So under the same orchestration, we have launched another service, which is bare metal as a service. So that's another offering that we have. Again, we are partnered with AWS, Azure, Google, and Oracle. And the good part is that most of them are using our data center facility for their own nodes. And that is how we can provide a true hybrid cloud solution to our customer, wherein we can establish a connectivity between these two environments and create a hybrid solution for customer. So whenever we meet any customer, understand the application landscape, infrastructure, architecture, we ensure that the solution that we are providing is the right fit for them. So if it's a static workload, in that case, probably we'll go ahead with our VPI solution. If it's a dynamic workload when a lot of automation scaling is required, that's where we go ahead and provide the hyperscaler, or we can create a hybrid solution. We also provide a hybrid solution, wherein the workload, some of the workload is on premises and some of the workload is on our cloud or any of the hyperscaler. So this is our capability around IaaS. We have also built a lot of platform services. So for example, Kubernetes platform. The cloud offering that we have is 100% VMware verified cloud, that we are talking about right now. At the same time, we have also built open source, platform also for customer, wherein they would want to utilize, this platform for, different purposes. So that is also available there. We have built the Kubernetes platform on top of it, and all the technologies or the leading technologies which are there in the market, we are working very closely with them, be it SUSE's of the world, OpenShift, or be it Tanzu kind of an environment of VMware. So we are ready for all those platform services as well. Most of the databases we have launched as DB as a service. You can name like Microsoft SQL, MySQL, or Postgre, and there's some other databases as well. So we provide end-to-end solution. Security is another important component here. So and all three layers, be it network layer, infra layer, or the application layer, we do provide security. If I talk about the industry specific security solutions, so for example, manufacturing. So the first thing that we ensure that the pipe that we are giving to the customer, the internet bandwidth, that is DDoS protected, or a clean pipe, you can say. Apart from that, there'll be a perimeter firewall which will be available. Customers can define their own policies on top of it, and under which we can create the virtual machines and the infrastructure around it. Security groups are also available, for east-west kind of a traffic. Another beauty is that we can also allow our customers to pick and choose the security services like WAF, SIEM, PIM, or maybe VAPT kind of security services that customer would want to go ahead with. We also ensure that whatever vertical clouds that we have created, it is absolutely in compliance, or the regulatory compliance is taken care of. We are ISO certified, SOC 2, PCI DSS, and 360-degree security services we offer along with the security operations center. AI, probably I'll be covering it in the subsequent slide. So the idea is that the orchestration that I was talking about, we call it Infinite CMP Cloud Management Portal. Under this orchestration, customer can manage and monitor all the environments, whether it is on premises or it is hosted in my data center as a private cloud or public cloud offering, or any of the hyperscaler for that matter. So one single pane of glass under which you can monitor and manage all the environments. That's another, and the benefit that we bring. The important announcement, and we have announced it in recent past, that we are also part of the meaty empanelment of AI India mission. So we are registered with them also for some of the AI workload for government customers. So this is around all the PaaS and infrastructure services that we offer to our customers to solve their problems. The most important feature of our Infinite CMP, the orchestration that I was talking about, is FinOps, right? It comes along with FinOps. It not only give you the price optimization. The best part is that most of the organizations would want to understand the expenses of the different business unit or different entities under one organization. And this particular software gives that benefit to our customers. So for example, in a manufacturing industry, there's a customer who's having multiple business units, and they have created the environment for every BU. If they would want to understand what all are the cost of BU wise cost, this software will definitely help the customer with that information. That's one. Second is the real-time budget controls, and we all know that today the leaders, the CFOs of the world, they would want to go ahead and at least for the manufacturing industry, they would want to fix a budget for IT and IT spend and the infra spend. And this application or the software gives that advantage wherein you can control that budget. The problem that most of the customers are facing in hyperscalers, there's no cost control, egress charges, all that is going out of control. This application support the customer to control that budget. The third important feature of this software is that it gives you a lot of recommendation and suggestion as to, so for example, if a customer is using 100 virtual machines, out of his 20 machines, customer, is sitting idle. They have spent those machines for some project. That project is over, but these machines are still running. It gives you the recommendation that you can shut down these machines, which can save you this much of cost. That's one. Second example, I would want to take that, for example, if you have taken 10 machines or 20 machines that you have opted at the time of implementation on a pay-as-you-go model, right? And you are running those machines 24/7, 365 days, which doesn't make sense. If you can convert that into a RI kind of instances, then you can save approximately 25 to 30% cost. So that's another recommendation suggestion that comes from this application. Three important numbers that I would want to quickly call out. If I talk about the cost saving, approximately 15 to 30% cost, this application saved. Visibility of cost is 100% absolutely. And as I take an example of waste reduction is approximately 35%, and it varies case to case basis. So this is all about our FinOps services. Now, the most important part of this discussion is the managed services. And we, Sify as an organization would want to focus, in this particular area. When we work with any customer, say for example, if you would want to create a solution for a customer or would want to migrate it from on-prem to our cloud or one cloud to another cloud, we ensure that people who are working on such requirements are industry experts. They understand the compliance of that industry. They understand the solution which are required for that industry, and accordingly we work very closely with application provider as well as customer IT IT managed services team, and we stitch a solution or create a solution around it. So that's first part, which is advisory. The second is, and this team work hand in glove with the advisory team, and ensure whatever solution that my solution architects are stitching for a solution is deliverable, and the solution is as per the industry compliances and all. So more than 500 people we have who actually deploy the solution for the customers. The third important thing is that once the deployment is done, they hand it over to the operations team. Again, we have more than 1,000 people sitting in Chennai, and the DR of this managed services component is in Hyderabad. So we have also ensured BCP around this. These people are managing customers proactively. Our AI infused application or the orchestration, it also helps our people to solve customers' problem proactively. So this is three important things that we talked about. If I quickly talk about the end-to-end services, so I'll take few examples or few services I'll pick. So for example, hybrid solution that I talked about, we are the provider which can provide you a true hybrid solution or a multi-cloud solution. That's one. Migration we have also covered. Then again, the analytics side of it, disaster recovery as a solution. Backup is very important. So whenever we are working on any solution, we always ensure and suggest to our customers that we should at least create 2 copies of backup, one in the same data center. If anything goes wrong with the virtual machine, we can quickly copy it and we can start running the operation. And the second copy has to be in a different data center, which we call it geo-resilient. So that's around backup. We have all kind of storage and the expertise around it. Databases, I named few databases like Postgre, MS SQL, MySQL, MongoDB. We do have skill set to manage all the databases which are available in the market today. So this is our end-to-end managed services that we offer to our customers, and this is what our area of focus is within Sify. Now AI, probably the buzzword today. So everybody is talking AI, and AI is not just about the GPUs or the infrastructure or the platform. The important thing is, and we were having a discussion with some of our customers, and he clearly called out that my IT spend is 1,000, for example, 1,000 rupees. And I would want, you tell me what amount that you can save by infusing AI in the infrastructure of the platform, and what is going to be your cost, to save that money. So the most important thing is the use cases that we identify for AI, the business goals that we would want to achieve, the investment that we need to do, and the return on investment, is another important aspect. So considering all these things, the solutions that we are coming up with, the platform that we are offering to our customer, it's completely cloud agnostic, platform or the architecture, wherein customers can use my platform along with any of the hyperscaler, or maybe the on-premises infrastructure or the solution that they would want to go ahead with or deploy. So that's the the benefit that we are coming up with our AI platform. The second is, when we talk about the optimization is not only about optimizing at the infra layer or the platform layer. So being a network service provider, we ensure that the optimization that we do it from from network layer to data center to GPUs to platform to services, 360-degree, and that is how we claim that we can reduce the TCO by 40% versus any of the hyperscaler if it's all about, if it's about the AI services. Auto scaling is the another feature that we come up with. Pay as you go or pay per use, or maybe you can say pay per hour kind of consumption model that we come up with. If I talk about the verticalized manufacturing blueprint, so we do have customizable open source framework that actually can fast track the AI use cases development. So that's another thing that we would want to discuss with our customers and add value for their AI requirement. Agentic AI is another buzzword, and people are actually discussing this term a lot. In fact, we were having the conversation with one of the panelists prior to this call around the agentic AI and our capabilities around it. So in manufacturing industry, it helps a lot. So for example, how we can make decision faster, how it can support us making decision, or maybe how it can automate the task that we are into, self-learning, and all these things that is revolving around the agentic AI. So this is another area wherein we are interested having conversation with our customers and would want to add a value and solve their problems. So that's all about the AI platform. Now, I was talking about the infrastructure of SAP, that we have created in our data center and offering as a service to our customer. So not only the infrastructure, if you'll see the circle on the right-hand side of it, the cloud infrastructure hosting services, we discussed it about it. Managed services around this, we discussed it. We also have expertise to do the migration from on-prem to our cloud or one cloud to another cloud. And most of the customers are aware that SAP has started positioning RISE with SAP kind of option to the customer, wherein they are providing SAP HANA on the SaaS model. That's one offering wherein they are going to sign the contract end-to-end, which includes the licenses, implementation, execution, and the infrastructure managed services. We do have expertise within our organization. We have a COE team, the Center of Excellence for SAP, which can provide the SAP S/4HANA implementation, whether it is RISE or it is on premises or in any of the data center or cloud services. We also can provide the application managed support. We can provide the support on SOH and S4H. So if the customer is using the application ECC along with the SAP HANA, along with the SAP HANA database, then we can provide that support on SOH and at the same time for S4H migration as well. All the operating systems, be it SUSE, RHE, or any other operating system that customer is using, we do have expertise around it. We can migrate it from one environment to other. We can create a disaster recovery solutions, or we can create we can offer disaster recovery on all the models, which is hot DR, cold DR, warm DR, three-way DR, all these offerings. The technical upgrade, the basis support, 360-degree services around the SAP, that is what we have. A quick numbers, 120 plus SAP customers are hosted out of our data center who are not using our infrastructure, but also consume our managed services around it. 10,000 plus, supported SAP user base today. 50 plus SAP system migrated from one environment to other, and the total experience around SAP is more than 7 years. So this is our landscape around SAP, their capabilities or competencies around SAP. Since we are also the network service provider, so I'll quickly cover it. The manufacturing customers are having multiple warehouses, plants, offices, and so on and so forth. So the most important component of this, the total arrangement is the network service. And I also discussed, I've already discussed the network options that we can come up with, which can be an optimized solution like SD-WAN, which will give you the price advantage. And if you would want to create a super secure solution, we can offer point-to-point or MPLS kind of a solution. We do have, internet lease line available for our customers. So the idea is how you would want us to expand your network, move the data from securely from application or from one location to another location, and the analytics around it. So this is all about the the solutions that we have, which can which we can club with all the IT and IoT solutions that you are using, and we can create a the offering or the solution which can solve your problem, the customer's problem, and the end customer's problem. So that's another thing. And this is all about the offerings that we have. We discussed a lot of things, and quickly I would want to share that India's top 10 banks are hosted out of our data center. They are using our services. Top 4 manufacturing customers are with us, and a lot of social media platforms are hosted out of our data center and consume our cloud services. So AI infrastructure we covered our the Infinite AI platform that we are coming up with or we are offering to our customers. We discussed the hybrid and multi-cloud options that we offer to our customer, security around it, and we also discussed the ROI, how we can save the approximately 30% cost, the efficiency has to be increased by 40%, 60% faster time to market. So all these are, the benefits that we bring for our customers when we have a discussion on any kind of requirement. So this is all about, that we offer the solutions that we have around AI, and the areas wherein we would want to have a conversation with our customer. So with this, I would want to hand it over to Prajeet, once again, and I'm happy to answer if you have any questions.
Pushpin, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next segment of our webinar. But before we start the panel discussion, I would ask my colleague Sukrita to pull up a quick poll that will shape our conversation in the panel, better. So yeah, attendees, everyone, you must be seeing two questions. First is what best describes the organization's current cloud environment? It's entirely on private cloud, primarily public cloud, hybrid cloud, multi-cloud, on-premises, or not yet on cloud. Second question is what type of workloads are you running on cloud? Product design, development and testing, production planning and supply chain optimization, predictive maintenance, asset monitoring, AI-driven quality control, simulations, regulatory compliance, and data analytics. Can we quickly get some vote? Also, I want to ask our Pushpendra and Pramod, if you could, what do you guys think for the first question? Maximum votes are going to come for. Pushpendra, if you're saying you're muted, what best describes your organization's current cloud environment? Entirely on private cloud, primarily public cloud, hybrid cloud, multi-cloud, or on-premises?
So are you talking about the cloud offerings that we have?
No,
I think
predicting
the poll outcome, I guess. So
okay.
majority
So
of the
I'm sorry. So if I talk about the manufacturing industry, right? Most of the customers are still on the private cloud kind of an environment, and some of the customers are.
We have the answer. So let's see what's the answer, what the outcomes. Yeah, here mostly entirely on private cloud, 14%,
and hybrid cloud,
primarily public cloud, hybrid cloud 40%, which is interesting again. And what type of workloads are you running on cloud? So product design, development, and testing. I think that leads with 34%. So thank you for that.
See, the percentage of hybrid cloud is 40%, right? And again, if I talk about the private cloud or the hybrid cloud is a combination of, it can be on premises and data center, hosting, or it can be public and private cloud. And this is, so hybrid cloud, there's a mix of private cloud also.
Right.
So if you put that separate private cloud and the hybrid cloud, probably most of the customers are preferring private cloud or hybrid cloud kind of a setup for the manufacturing industry today. So again, we are absolutely in line with how the industry.
All right. To now expand the conversation further, we are delighted to be joined by our distinguished panelists. Let me introduce them. Vinod Sharma, Head IT, Hero Future Energies. Rajesh Singh, Vice President and Head IT at JK Lakshmi Siemens. Barun Kumar De, Principal Data Scientist at Bosch. Thank you all panelists for joining us today here. Thank you so much. Also joining them are Pushpendra Kumar, Regional Business Head, Cloud and IT Managed Service at Sify Technologies Limited, and Pramod Bhandiwad, Head AI and Software Development, Sify Technologies Limited. Together, we will try to explore strategies, cloud architecture and governance and innovation with both customer and Sify point of view. I will just... All right, I'll begin with Vinod. What do you think about the poll we just had? According to you, where are the enterprises in their AI plus cloud journey right now?
Thank you, Prajeet, for inviting me for this wonderful discussions. And today, people are moving towards the AI journey. Some of them is already ignited and some of them in discussion. And most important thing is that people are driving it, because they are feeling there is a fear of data leakage. So they are taking consultancy that how we will protect our data. So there is a one fear in the industry that AI can take their data. So they are framing the framework for AI implementation, policy framework while adopting it. Or in early days, they are limited. They go on a limited or within a container wherever they explore AI actually. So if you talk about the enterprise journey towards the cloud, so to leverage the technology, You cannot limit yourself on an on-prem setup. One day you need to come out, else you are out of the race. So based on the need and utilization of the resources, people are deciding their cloud journey, that what are the resources they want to continue with the on-prem setup. What are the resources which is compute hungry, like a AI or any other Kubernetes services involved. They are moving towards the public cloud, wherever these are the available as a service. So it's a mix and match based on the business required decision.
Right. Rajesh, do you want to add into what Vinod said about where are enterprises in their AI plus cloud journey right now? What are you observing in the industry?
Yeah, so probably he's very right. What I would like to add a few dimensions here, that the data issue, which was very prominent 10, 15 years back, every promoter and the management was concerned about that. If data is going out, what is our control, what is the privacy, etc. That has got diluted. Means now every management and promoter are not so concerned about the data privacy and the data ownership kind of. So people understand that probably if data is there on their own data center, or it's there with hyperscaler or anywhere else on the public cloud, right kind of security has to be brought in. If security is not there, that even on-premise is not safe. So that understanding probably have come up. So now people are figuring it out, okay, if data can reside anywhere, either my own data center or public private. So people are looking to different other combinations. Which combinations are making more sense to them? And it again, it depends company to company what journey they are traveling. So suppose that some companies are on the early stage of digitalization, where they are trying to automate their processes, trying to bring standard applications, etc. They are moving towards the SaaS. This is what a prominent swing is there. The companies who has already moved on SaaS, they want to build additional capability. They are also trying to then move on the private cloud, their own compute, etc. So it depends upon again the maturity. If you're talking about the mature organization, they are onto hybrid. There is no doubt on that. The company who are on the early stage of their journey, probably they are either on the premise, might be confined to one scaler or two hyperscaler. But it depends upon what is the status of the company.
Yeah. Varun, quickly, I'll get your opinion as well on the same. Where do you observe AI and cloud journey right now, enterprises? Varun, can you hear us?
It got freezed.
Yeah. All right. I'll bring in Pushpendra. From your vantage point, what does being AI ready in the cloud mean for MRD right now?
Okay. Yeah. So again, I would want to take, since you mentioned MRD, which is manufacturing, retail, and distribution. So I would want to take a quick example, not only the, AI readiness, but how AI is, benefiting the customer. So I'll take an example. So for example, in most of the manufacturing organizations, there'll be assembly line, right? There are multiple activities which are happening on that particular assembly line. Now, if I talk about 10, 15 year, 20 year back, if they need to make any change in that particular, flow, and, they need to test it in the production environment, which used to get a lot of impact. You have to settle other things at the same time when you are making any change at any point in time, right? Now, if we can create a digital twin, so, we'll create a similar, arrangement somewhere on the AI platform. We can test, we can see the impact, we can rearrange things, and we can help. So it helps taking decisions. We can analyze all the results, and we can, implement it in the production itself. So there'll be minimal, impact, and we can achieve the goal, which can add value, which can optimize the overall thing. And that's how, AI is adding value for all the manufacturing customers.
Right, fantastic. I think before we move on to our next segment, we quickly have some questions. Sukrita, can we have those questions again? Poll questions. Attendees, please vote, because these votes are really important, because they drive conversation further. We get an idea. it's really helpful for everyone. The questions are, first question is, where are you currently hosting your AI ML workload? The options are on-premise infrastructure, hyperscaler, local cloud service providers offering GPU as a service, not running AI ML workloads. What matters most to you when choosing a cloud partner? A proven experience in industrial compliance, governance and standards, AI-ready infrastructure, GPU as a service, ML platforms, interoperability with multiple cloud providers, strong security across network infrastructure and applications, edge data center presence, and low latency connectivity. If you scroll down, you will see the third question. Are you planning to migrate or expand AI general workloads to hybrid multi-cloud in the next 12 months? Yes, actively exploring. Yes, planned within 12 months. No plans currently, already operating in hybrid multi-cloud. There are 3 questions. Please scroll down and vote. I request you all to please post your vote and also drop your questions. If you have any questions for the panel, I will address them here. Please post your question on the question box. Again, Vinod and Rajesh, I would like to know, where are you guys hosting your AI ML workloads, or what are you expecting the answer would be? Before we get the answers, can we get a quick view from you both?
So
So
let's
it
say what
should be
answers
on.
are coming. Yeah. Vinodji, proceed.
Then please carry on.
So let's what answer is coming, but what is the reality which we've experienced? The testing of AI model is happening on cloud. So anyone who is trying to train the model on the on-premise, so much compute power is not available. For running a production environment, both are available. And some people are running on the edge, some people are on the cloud.
I'm
So
with Rajesh here. So if
yeah,
you want to adopt the technology, you have to feel free. So you create your boundaries, but the stake will be residing in a cloud only.
Right.
So everything cannot be created in on-prem. It's not viable at all.
All right. Varun, do you have intake? Yes. You're back with us.
yeah. So I would like to add that basically, particularly, we work extensively on the self-driving, autonomous driving area. And here I will say all the training which is very power hungry, I mean the computation hungry and memory hungry are actually getting done on the cloud. I mean that is strictly it's a cloud. It is not, I mean, this kind of computing application, of course, on premise is really difficult to manage. So that's the thing. So of course, yes, if it is a relatively simpler AI model which needs a relatively less data to train and validate, then definitely on-premise is possible. But when it goes to the big amount of, say, video, LiDAR or radar data, cloud becomes a nearly 100% need, basically.
Right.
So Prajit, actually, I just want to add here.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
place of seeking other choice, you can put a AI agent which will optimize your cost based on the compute requirement. It will accelerate or reduce the compute. So you
Absolutely.
manage your cloud workload through a AI agent. That's the recommendation to optimize the cost. But just explore the world.
Got it. Got it. Thank you. Let's move on to the next segment. And I want Rajesh, I want to come to you again. How are you approaching, hybrid or multi-cloud adoption, and what kind of challenges are you facing right now? And I'll simultaneously come to Vinod and Barun as well. But Rajesh, could you take on that, please?
So, Rajit, see, right now, whenever we are opting a mature kind of solution, and a solution which is coming from a big player, generally those solutions are multi-cloud. Means they are coming with offering with all kind of hyperscaler. In cases, some solutions are very specific. It's not so mature, and probably the development team is still exploring and experimenting, or might not be scaled up. Their choices are coming where we may need to choose that whether we are going to host it. But what it look like future, that all solutions, the mature solutions, the scaled up solutions are having options for multi-cloud. Sometimes we are not even bothering it out that, okay, to whom they are hosting it out.
Yeah. Pramod, do you want to chip in here quickly before I come to Vinod and Varun? How does Sify's AI cloud stack and managed service help address these challenges, and enable smart operations?
Yeah, so Pushpi did talk about it. So I think the way we are approaching or the design philosophy behind developing our AI stack is to make sure there's accelerated innovation available for customers and no vendor lock-in, right? So we just saw in the polls, we heard our panelists speaking about hybrid adoption, the need for certain workloads to be running on-prem, some have to be run on edge, some have to be run on cloud, or they are, or some have to leverage their existing investments that they have made in colo and all, right? So the workloads will split across all of this. You'll have to do some real-time inferencing, on-prem specifically for manufacturing. Some can be moved to edge, and some can be, and specifically like Rajesh said, training can happen on cloud, right? And then so these are something that we wanted to take care of, and that's how we built the AI stack, which is a single platform where you can manage edge, on-prem, colo, any hyperscaler. There is a bouquet of AI-ready blueprints and AI agents that you can subscribe to. Let's say there are predictive maintenance, or if for banking, there's a fraud detection, there's a supply chain automation. And like Vinod was earlier saying, hey, SecOps, NetOps, CloudOps, I want an agent which will right size my resource, right? So right sizing, FinOps-driven. So these are some of the things that we've incorporated into the AI stack, which gives absolute control to the user on where they want to deploy the workloads, and control on governance on cost and security.
Right, Pramod. Before I come to Vinod, to you, we have the poll results. I will ask my colleague Sukrita through here. Here are the poll results. Where are you currently hosting your AML workload? And we have 35% saying hyperscaler. Uh, in second, it's on-premise infrastructure. And for the second question, what matters most to you when choosing a cloud partner? Mostly AI-ready infrastructure, GPU as a service, ML platforms, uh, which is around 35%, and strong security across network infrastructure and applications says 25%, which is quite interesting, I feel. What do you think about these findings, Pushpendra? Vinod, I'll come right back to you after this answer. I'm really sorry, but I'll come back to you right now.
Yeah, so our panelists, the points that they have highlighted is absolutely in line. So, and there are use cases, what is, why we would want to use hyperscaler, what is that we can achieve on premises. So, but lately now, customers have started realizing that, the activities that they are performing on hyperscalers, that can be deployed on premises as well. And a lot of organizations, if I talk about the models, they are coming up with open source models as well, which can easily deploy on the platform, that even we are providing to a customer. So it's absolutely in line, but our panelist has highlighted.
Right. Pushpendra. Vinod, I'll come back to you again. So how are you approaching hybrid or multi-cloud adoption, and what challenges, are you facing today?
Thank you. So the polls say that Sify have a lot of business opportunity. It's just waiting. It's just waiting. Point number two, challenges. See, it's a view how you take the challenges. We take the challenges as opportunity, and IT function is no more IT managed services. It become a business function. So don't broadcast the cost, infrastructure cost. You associated it with the business and show the business that by investing this, you are getting that much of outcome in a business terms. So then nobody will question you. They are happy to invest more. So our promoter are like anything. You just ask, they are happy to adopt the technology. So we do not have any budget constraint in industry at all. Might be the same with other as well. If you are showcasing the outcome in a business term, let's say I'm giving a one example. So it's independent, my opinion. There is no relation with the company. I'm just giving a hypothetical example. So we are in a renewable power sector. So our primary objective is to set up a power plants with the wind or solar. If technology can reduce my supply chain cost by 20%, okay, just assume it. If technology can help me to reduce my supply chain cost by 20%, and to get this 20%, if I have to invest a 5% as a recurring cost, then management is happy because ultimately they are getting a 15% extra. So we are happy to adopt the technology and we are happy to spend the money actually. We are not having any challenges on our technology investment. And same line, others also need to think. They have to connect their idea spending with a business outcome. Then nobody will question them.
Right. Absolutely. But do you have any takeaways there? Like, what challenges are you facing? Are you seeing in industry?
Yeah, so as Vinod mentioned, I would like to continue with the thing. Definitely, once the ROI is shown, there is no challenges in terms of getting the budget approval or something. Now, of course, to implement these things, we give absolute stress on the automation. I mean, whatever, even for the deployment of the cloud resources or tagging, all those things, it is done from the Terraform code or those way. There is no manual setting of user group or resource group is there. It's completely code based. It's completely driven by the event, and it's a time. I mean, time or activity event driven. So that's where we are actually ensuring all the resources are adequately utilized, adequately and utilized when and needed actually, and of course destroyed as the need is over. And that once we are showing to the management is understand that whatever we are doing, that will give the cost utilization of the budget is most effective, and I mean, then of course they are happy to go for that actually.
Got it. We have a quick audience question. I think it's for Sify, Pushpendra and Pramod. You will be able to answer this. This is from Surendra Bisht. He's asking what sort of portability you provide on AI workloads. For instance, tomorrow, if he moves loads from cloud to on-prem or any other hyperscaler, how will it be achieved?
So I'll give a very generic answer, right? So today, most workloads are most AI workloads are built on Kubernetes, right? And that's a recommendation from everyone that if there's a workload that you need to host, uh, it has to be on Kubernetes, so you don't get locked in to a hyperscaler, right? And because you're on Kubernetes, the portability becomes easier. There's also on calling APIs which are compatible. Let's say OpenAI compatible APIs. So irrespective of where you move, whether it's our own Sify AI Infinity AI platform or on any other hyperscalers, having a standardized access to AI makes it easier, right? And this is an easier answer, but we'll have to dive deeper into the application architecture and then figure out what needs to be done. But this is something that we've done many times over for other customers.
Great. Thank you, Pramod. I'll move on to the next question. Building on further on that, I want to ask our panel members, like, how important is edge cloud integration in your operations? What real-time use cases are you seeing currently? Rajesh, you want to take on that?
Yeah. So it's very critical when we talk about manufacturing. So IT is almost done, even in manufacturing. So other industry were earlier matured, but if you take the manufacturing, so IT piece is 80-90% done. The OT piece, wherever it's coming, edge is very important. And sometimes syncing between edge compute to any central compute. Central compute could be a data center, could be hyperscaler, could be SaaS application. It's one of the biggest challenges. The latency issues, the performance issue is a matter of concern. Huge data is there, live streaming of data is there that has to be processed and then actuated. So I think sometimes it's more important than the model itself. So we are figuring it out what is the best answer for doing it, but still it is some distant. It's very key.
Right. Quickly, before I come to Vinod, Pushpin, do you have any take on that answer? Do you think you have an answer for Rajesh?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is actually, the area of concern for most of the customers as well. And I think if we can get an opportunity, from him, if we can, sit on the table and we can have a detailed discussion around this, then probably we can definitely come up with a solution around, all these.
Sure. I think you can do that. Vinod, what's your take there? How important is edge cloud integration in your
So,
operation?
see, it's all depends on the nature of business. So, AS data center is very good and beneficial for the companies who are in retail business, who are in a distribution business, whosoever need a real-time feeds. If the data center is near to their fleets, it do prompt response in real time, nearly real time. So the industry which are driving distribution or in a retail sector, it's fantastic to adopt the ACE data center.
Absolutely. Thanks, Vinod. Barun, you mentioned an interesting point about cost control. I want to jump to this segment directly, and I want to ask you, how are you balancing, cloud innovation with cost control and sustainability?
Yeah, so as I mentioned that the cost comes first thing is to identify where the money is going, whether the money is going for a particular business unit, whether the money is going for a production activity, whether the money is going for the testing activity, or money is going for the development activities. So that way, whenever any resource is created, automatically all the tagging happen via the coding, which business unit, which activity, and all those things. So the cost information can be captured on the thing, and it goes to a very granular level. It even goes to the service, which service is utilizing the resources that way. And now, once we have those information in hand, then we look at what are the service, what are the cost of services using, and what is the benefit or the importance of the service, and where it is not matching, then definitely we would like to go to the service, ask them whether they can do some certain kind of optimization in terms of the time of run, particularly it's a development or testing, the resource need not to be active in a night time, whether they need those kind of compute power, whether it can be use a lower compute power or lower memory. That way we are trying to make it cost control and innovation both in going in hand to hand.
Right, absolutely. Thanks, Varun. Pushpendra, I want to come back to you and I want to understand, how does your platform and managed service model support FinOps-driven governance and carbon-aware computing for clients?
Okay, so there are two important things here, Prajeet. First, the statement that Mr. Varun has given, now, and I completely agree with him and with Mr. Vinod. So, Varun said that we need to understand two, three things, right? So if there are multiple business units who are consuming the services, so what is the bifurcation of the business units? Where are we, putting more money? How we can optimize that? So the way Vinod was also stating that we need to see that what is the investment that we are doing, what is the problem that we are solving. After solving that problem, what is the money that we are saving? And if we are putting some amount of that savings into, the platform, then it is fine. And that's what our FinOps come up with. The second point that Mr. Varun was, talking about, which all services that a customer is consuming, what is the price point of those services, what is that we can optimize, and this is what our FinOps software give as a recommendation to our customer. What all are the infrastructure which is sitting idle, we have spin them for some project is done, but the infra is still there. Infra is running on pay-as-you-go model, which if we convert that into RI, because we are running it 24/7, 365 days, that will again save the cost. Lot of things, if we would want to demonstrate our CMP portal to our customers, which gives the granular level information to our customer, which eventually help not only optimizing the solution and saving money, but also reducing the carbon footprint. Because so for example, we have taken 5 servers, we have created 100 VMs out of it. Now, by applying our FinOps tool, there'll be one server which we can probably use it for the new workload or some other workload for which we don't need to buy a new server. So, and that's how we are reducing the carbon footprint as well.
Perfect. One quick question for Vinod, Parun, and Rajesh. We could quickly answer these questions. Which innovation excites you most? Digital twins, agentic AI, or something else?
If ask me, agentic AI.
Agentic AI. Barun, what about you?
Yeah, I will say also agentic AI, and of course in this cloud thing, we are seeing a lot of thing, as I mentioned, that depending on the event or time, automatically triggering something, and that has a lot of impact.
Perfect. And Rajesh?
Agentic AI is having quick return in comparison to digital twin. That's probably the key.
Fascinating. Thank you so much.
Because you
Agentic AI
can
is
drive
amazing.
your digital tune through agentic AI, or you can ask your agentic AI, create a digital tune of Pushpendra, let's say.
Right.
So
Pramod,
it will create fantastically.
Sure. Pramod, quickly, I want to check with you. Can you share a real world example where you have helped an MRD enterprise, through their AI cloud, your AI cloud stack and managed services deploy innovation like predictive maintenance or digital twins?
Yeah. Yeah, there are a few that we've implemented specifically on for a retail customer for their stores, bringing in inventory management, supply chain integration, in-store camera integration. Tracking all of these feeds, we wanted to give some real world insights into, let's say, a sales guy is talking to a customer, depending on the facial recognition plus emotion detection. What insights can you give that sales guy so that he approaches the customer in the right way with all the data, of course without infringing the privacy. So that was one use case. Then of course there's a security use case for camera. Then there's a inventory management, like I said. All of this had to be now. All of these have different latency constraints, cost constraints, all of that. Right? So the workload need to be distributed between on-prem, which is like a small Intel-based systems where you do some real-time inferencing. Then there was an edge cloud. Then there was a cloud. Right, and connecting all of those, managing data gravity issues, enforcing policies. I think it was a good a complex kind of a use case that we had implemented, which ultimately resulted in a significant improvement in their conversion rate for an end customer. Yeah.
Perfect, Pramod. Thank you. Quickly, last question to all of you. If an enterprise is starting its AI plus cloud journey today, what's the one piece of advice you would give them? I'll start with Vinod. He's from left on my screen. So, Vinod, can you quickly answer it? We are already running behind time. So, yeah.
Come again, I
Yeah,
missed your question.
yeah.
So
If
I
an
want to
enterprise
start
is
a cloud journey, then what?
if an enterprise is starting its AI plus cloud journey today, what's the one piece of advice you would give them?
Yeah, fantastic. So first and foremost is that they have to understand the business requirement. So don't blindly start your cloud and AI journey. It's all depends on what nature of business you are.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take with the proper due diligence, you start your cloud and AI journey. Not blindly that all are doing, let me also do. No. Just push the brake and think again before taking any decision. That's the advice from my side.
Perfect. Pramod, I want to come back to you.
No, I completely agree. Has to be, a business challenge. Technology will come later. The other important part is to have a good handle on the data that you have, right? What do you want to do? Who can access those things? So once you have this, arriving at a solution is pretty straightforward.
Fantastic. Pushpendra, how about you?
Again, and I also, agree with Mr. Vinod 100%, because see, we need to understand the use cases. It is not that, everybody is going behind AI, we should also implement something. We need to add value, and we need to inform our leadership team that, yes, we would want to go. So let's understand what all are the use cases. The second point, again, Rajesh also highlighted that, we need to see that what is the investment, for that, and how, that return on that investment is coming out, right? So if you are applying something, there's to be return, right? What is going to be the amount that we are going to save? Use case, what we are going to, and important point that Pramod highlighted, how we are handling our data. So
Right.
these are 3-4 things that, are important for AI journey.
Perfect. Barun, quickly, can I have your views as well?
Yeah, so of course, the business prioritization, use case prioritization is important. On top of that, I would like to add that deploying an AI model needs a lot of data for training and validation. So it also should be considered that whether I have the right amount of or right kind of data to train my model and validate my model. Typically, I have seen that people have started, then they realize the data is not there, and then they struggle.
Right.
So that
Right.
is one of the thing I would like to highlight here.
Right. And Rajesh, to you.
So my small advice that both on the cloud and on AI, that start small and then scale up fast, because you never know that actually where you are getting stuck up. So if you have started small, probably you have chance to rework without any much concern. So
All right.
small, start small and then scale up fast.
All right. Thank you so much. With that, before I close this panel, we have a quick poll question again. Again, I would request all the attendees to please vote. Sukrita, can we have the, yeah. So that's the question. What's your biggest challenge in scaling cloud adoption? Integration with legacy production systems, ensuring data security compliance, rising cloud infrastructure costs, real-time data processing at edge, latency needs, unclear cloud strategy roadmap. Can we quickly have the vote? Sukrita, do we have enough vote? Yeah, can we get the answers, please? All right, integration with legacy production systems, 16%, ensuring data security and compliance, that's 36%, rising cloud infrastructure costs, 33%. Quickly, do you guys have any view on these answers?
So again, I say Sify having a lot of opportunity. People are just waiting.
Any observations overall? Yeah, the answer is gone. Can we get that answer back, please? Yeah. Pushpendra, Pramod, do you guys have any takeaway from these answers?
So they are committed that they reduce their operating cost by 30-40%. And people living at 30%, people say we are having a challenge. So good opportunity, good business opportunity eligible.
Absolutely, sir. And I agree with both the gentlemen, Vinod and Varun, that yes, we do have opportunity. The only request that we would want to make, allow us and let us visit your office, allow us some time, understand how we can add value. And and to be very honest, we don't want to sell anything, right? Let's have a discussion, give us opportunity. If we can add value, we'll come up with a solution. That's what the request is.
All
So
right.
we are with you nearly 10 years now. So we started our journey in 2016. So
All right.
something we are getting from Sify, that's the reason we still on Sify.
Absolutely, sir.
That's
All right.
sure.
With that, I would like to thank you all for a fantastic set of perspective. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Puneet. Thank
today.
you, Vinod, Varun, and
Thank you.
Rajesh. Thank you.
Thank
Vinod.
you.
Have
Thanks
a nice
everybody.
day.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks
As we
for
have heard today, AI at scale is no longer a future vision. It's happening now across manufacturing, retail, and distribution enterprise. The key takeaways: cloud readiness and strategy matters. Organization must prepare for AI workloads with the right foundation. Hybrid cloud and edge are essential for smart real-time operations. Governance and sustainability can't be ignored. FinOps and managed services bring disciplined innovation. Innovation is continuous. Digital twins, predictive maintenance, agentic AI are already transforming MRD enterprises. I would like to thank you all for being here. Before we wrap up, before we close, we have a quick feedback poll again. And if you could give us feedback, it really helps us, improve in our next event. There's a quick poll on your screen right now, and there are 3 questions, and you can just scroll down your screen and you'll see all the 3 questions. Do we have enough votes, Sukrita? If we have enough votes, we can close the...
Just 10 more seconds, probably I can still see people answering.
All right, all right. All right. On behalf of ISMG and Sify, thank you to our speakers and to all of you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you at our future events. Have a great day ahead. Thank you so much again to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And
Bye-bye.
thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Guys,